Oh my God. You scared the crap out of me. Sorry, I had my earbuds on. I didn't hear you coming. The music wasn't that loud, but my mind was as busy as my hands. Hey, I'll have you know that pumpkin carving is a very demanding task too. Yeah, whatever. What are you doing out of bed anyway? You've got the day off tomorrow? I mean, I know you woke up super early this morning, so how come you're not passed out yet? Oh, I see. Oh, as for me, I wanted to carve these pumpkins right after work, but the next door neighbour, she caught me right as I was coming back home, said she needed help with her new TV. I couldn't say no. It took a while, but I fixed it for her. I came back around an hour ago, but I know you didn't notice. Nope, never. I'm not getting any sleep until I finish carving them. Well, I set my mind on it, and I'm getting it done tonight. Now you know I wasn't joking when I said Halloween is my favourite holiday. Do you want to try one? Yeah, I am dead serious. Do you want to? Okay, cool. I'll get you a chair. No, just stay where you are. No offense, but you look like you're about to collapse. I know. You can't sleep. I got it. Here is your chair. Of course. I hand-selected each and every pumpkin you see here. They need to be in perfect condition if you know you're going to use them for carving. Otherwise, if they have any damages, it will cause them to mold quicker. Which one do you want? Figured you'd go for the small one. Hey, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's got a nice and flat front section. I just meant I knew you'd want to play it safe for the first one. Really? It's your first time carving pumpkins? Well, I am glad I have the honor of initiating you to the activity. Alright, let me put some newspaper under it to cover the table and you can start. Here, take this. It's my special pumpkin carving tool. I've done this every year since I was 8. You bet I bought myself a pumpkin carving set. Okay, we start by cutting all around the top. Just bend the knife to a 45-degree angle. Yes, that's perfect enough. This way, once you remove it, the cap will still have a nice surface to rest on when you put it back. No, you're doing great. You can go as slow as you want. You know, it happened to me too the first few times I did it. I didn't know exactly how much strength I needed to apply. The pumpkin wasn't as tough as I thought it'd be, but it also wasn't as fragile as I wanted it to be. Take your time, and just keep going back and forth with that sort of soaring movement. Yeah, I've been carving pumpkins for every Halloween since I was 8. My grandmother taught me to. You know, Halloween could have meant something very different to me without her. It could have been a reminder of a sad period during my childhood, but she made it a special one instead. No, it's fine. Don't be sorry. I want to talk about it, unless you don't want to listen to me yap about it. Well then, don't start complaining when I talk your ears off. Yeah, that looks perfect. Just pull the cap you created off the rest of the pumpkin. Here, take this bowl and this fat spoon. It's time to remove the guts. You just scoop the insides out into the bowl. You can go a little harder than that. don't be afraid to damage it. The stringing inside can be pretty tough to detach. Cool. Now it's time to scrape the inner walls, especially the side you're carving. You can use a basic spoon for that. Yeah, it's already softer, but it will further thin it out and make the carving a lot easier. Besides, the light you'll put inside will shine brighter through the holes you make. And now, you can finally sketch the motif you want, or the face you'd like to carve. Here, use this pencil. Oh, only for the super complicated ones. For the simple carvings, I've done them for so long that I don't need to sketch them out anymore before cutting them. Oh, right. I was in the middle of my How I Fell in Love with Halloween story. Well, I think I told you that I don't have any contact with either of my parents. And if I hadn't told you, I am sure you noticed that I never mentioned them. Well, not exactly. They were both in the picture, but they kind of kept me at a arm's length. I'm not sure how to describe it. Aside from my birthdays and holidays, they always found an excuse to ship me off to my grandparents whenever they had something fun planned. I got used to it and patiently waited for holidays to come around, thinking they'd make it up to me, but yeah. Hey, you're actually really good at this. The drawing is really nice. Yeah. Anyways, when I was 8 years old, Halloween was nearing and I overheard my parents' special plans for the occasion. From the way they talk about it alone, it sounded amazing. I couldn't wait for it. I was looking forward to it so much that it broke my heart when I realized I wasn't part of their plans. On Hallows Eve, they dropped me off at my grandma's and drove away even before she opened the door. I was totally blindsided by it. Don't look at me with that sad face, please. Little me got over it real quick. Quicker than I believed I would. The moment I stepped inside my grandmother's house, I was astounded. I think I forgot to blink for a good while. See, she told me how much Halloween was important to her, but I just never thought it'd be that important. The interior of her house was unrecognizable. From the ceiling to the floor, there was black, there was purple, there was some white, and there was a lot, and I mean a lot, of orange. She was damn serious about her decorations. I don't think my words would do her work justice, though by far what I remember the most is the gigantic cauldron filled to the brim with candy, all sorts of sweets posted right by the door. Yeah, some kids still rang the doorbell that night just to say thank you. It was really sweet. Oh, great, you're done with the sketch. It's simple, but give yourself some credit. It's awesome. Yep, the time to carve the face has come. Okay, so since the mouth you drew is kinda thin, you should start carving from there. Then you can move to the nose holes and end with the eyes. The bigger holes weaken the body of the pumpkin, so starting with the smaller ones is sort of a rule of thumb. Of course, Grandma taught me how to do it. She said that Halloween was very special to her and Grandpa back when he was still alive. They'd make it a habit of decorating their house like that every year around the last 3 days of October. I don't know, but I didn't go trick-or-treating like I used to. I remember sitting down by her side and watching her as she carved the pumpkin that night. I did not skip a beat. And when she was done, she handed me the tools and a pumpkin of my own. It was a small one, just like the one you picked actually. It was special to her, and she made it special to me. She made me forget about what my parents had done. In fact, they were completely out of my mind until they came to pick me up 2 days later. I think they were even a little taken aback by the fact that I seemed happy, and they didn't need to dance around and try to console me for leaving me on Halloween. Try to carve the nostrils at an angle. You want the holes to be bigger from the inside so as to allow more light from the candles out. So, I know you usually go to sleep early when you have work the next day and you look exhausted. Is there a chance you can tell me what happened? Oh. No, I just thought I'd have to pry the words out of you, but I'm cool either way. I see how that can be stressful, but to be honest, it's not worth losing any sleep over. You'll need to be back at full force in order to function tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, for the eyes, it's pretty simple. Just follow the lines you drew. I know that feeling when you're in bed, very cozy, very tired, but closing your eyes actually causes you a headache instead of drifting to sleep. Been there, done that. I usually deal with it the way you did, by getting out of bed and keeping myself busy. I guess this does work in your favor then. That looks awesome! I mean, for your first pumpkin ever, I expected you to screw up some parts here and there, to be honest. What? It's the truth. It needs to be disinfected so that it will last a bit longer, but you can light your candle and lay it inside to see the final results for now. Amazing. I'll put it outside next to mine when I'm done. Yeah, I see you yawning there. No need to thank me. I'm glad I was able to help take your mind off things. Good night to you too.